Welcome back to Fab Automotive Detailing. Do you have a diesel that has a diesel heater plug just kind of randomly sticking out of the truck somewhere, whether it's out of the grill, the bumper, this is underneath the bumper, and this one actually has a dust cover that the way that this is laying, this thing was full of water when I pulled it off, which obviously is not a good idea when it comes to electrical, you guys. I may have an answer for you guys to make this look so much better. It's gonna make it kind of blend in with the truck. It's not gonna make it as noticeable, and it's gonna help keep water out of the connection. And it's a very, very easy way to do it. Now, is it gonna work on every truck out there? No. On these Rams like this one, it doesn't have any tow hooks. It has this plastic piece. We're gonna go right in here and it's gonna blend in with the black plastic. Other trucks, I can't tell you where you can put it. I'm sure you can figure out somewhere to put this. And what it is, it's the Noco GCP1. You get this on Amazon, and I'll put a link in the description of the video where you can find it. This is a pass-through connector. That's all it is. Little tiny extension cord, 16 inches, and it's gonna look really nice. I'll take you out to my van. I installed one on my van. I did go through the body of my van because I don't really care there, but I have to be able to keep the van heated. It stays outside in the wintertime here in Indiana. It does get cold. I have to be able to keep it heated, and that was the best way that I could figure out how to do it, you guys, and it works fantastic. And we're gonna do it in this truck. I'm gonna show you how. All right, you guys, so let me show you how I do it I did it on my van, and you get a good idea. So like I said, there was no other way to do this. What I did for the last several years is I took my extension cord and I slammed it into the door, which is not a good idea. Don't do that, it'll ruin your extension cords. That's the only way I can get my heater going in there. So I found these on Amazon, and these work great. So as you can see, there's actually seals on here that's gonna seal it. So when you're not using it, you put that in there, and that's what it's gonna look like, especially like on one of these vans like this. And then on this, I am worried about water getting in, so I did use a silicone on this. And then basically these are just self-tapping screws. Screw it in. Once you drill the hole, it's a 2-inch hole, and you are good to go. And then when I need to use it, I can pull that up, grab the extension cord, I can plug it in. And you guys, that is a tight fit too, which is great. And that allows me to keep a heater inside this van all winter long, so that the products don't freeze. Okay, so right behind here is where we're going to be going. Now, you don't have to get your hand back there or anything. All you have to do is be able to pass the wire through. I'm hoping I can really show you in that hole right there from the bumper. That is actually where we will be going. And I need to get these little plastic rivets. Hoping I can show you guys. Little white rivet right there. I need to pop those up to get this bumper down, this little plastic trim piece down, so I can pull the old plug out and pull it back into here, and then we will zip tie it up. All right, you guys, so inside the box, this box came damaged, but inside the box is, all it is the pass-through and some screws. Like I said, I've already done this once, I just showed you, so you get 3 self-tapping screws. That's what these are, self-tappers, they'll have little dribbits on the end of them. On this, it really doesn't matter. It'd go through anyways. And then you have your pass-through with the 16-inch cord. I think it's the shortest one that they had. So my idea is we've got to be able to make sure that we can screw all 3 screws into here. So I think what my idea on this truck is going to be is I'm going to go ahead and take this gasket off. You don't have to have it. We're going to, obviously you do because it has the plug on it, so you really do. But we're not worried about water getting in here. But what I want to do, so I want to use this as my template. I want to put it all the way over here in the corner, so it's kind of out of the way, but I got to make sure that it's going to set flush, which it should, right there. And that's going to be in the corner. I didn't want to put it right in the middle because I actually plan on possibly putting like a bull bar or something on this. I really love the looks of that, and I've always wanted one. I know they're not really functional for anything, but I've always liked the looks. So I'm going to try to hold this here, and then I'm going to mark this with this marker, if I can, just to give me a point of reference. That's all I want to do. It's good enough. So you guys can see that right there. Now, if I don't do this right, it's not the end of the world if I don't do it right, but I'll have to figure out how to buy that piece, which I really don't want to have to do. So I'm hoping that I do it right the first time and don't have to worry about doing all of that. So you need a 2-inch, and by the way, Harbor Freight sells these. This is the Hercules. These things are great, man. They work so good. But what I gotta do is I gotta figure out how I can make sure this is centered, which is not gonna be exactly really easy. Oh, well, we'll just go for it. What can happen here? Okay. Well, now I'll back it out. I want to see roughly where it was going to be. Probably shouldn't have put that back up yet. I might have to just hold this template up. Kind of like that. Yeah, that should be all right where it's at. Oh, man, I hope so. Otherwise, I'm going to look like a big ding-dong. And all we're trying to do is just get through the first layer. That's it. Now let's hope. Let's hope that I was actually kind of close. Let's hope that I did that right. I'm going to try to get some of this plastic off of here. You could take a little file to it if you wanted to. The moment of truth. Do I look like a dummy on camera? I probably do anyways. But do I look like a dummy on camera, or did I do this right? So we're gonna go ahead and pass this through. I want this to go down below that bracket that I showed you guys. Actually, doesn't look like I can. It's gonna have to go through it. Please work. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? That's perfect. That's what it's going to look like when we're done. It looks so much better than something just hanging down. And now I can just pull it up, plug it in, and I'm good to go. So now what we got to do, I need to get underneath there and make sure I don't have any of my cord behind where the screws are going to go. And I'll come back and show you that, but I need to vacuum. All right, so let me show you if you've never used self-tapping screws. See that little screw, the head on that? It's like a little drill bit. Now the goal, I'm going to use my drill just to get it started. Once it's started, put it in by hand, because if you ram this thing in and you go too tight, it's going to, basically it's not going to strip to where you can't get it out, but it's never going to tighten down. And if that happens, it's not the end of the world, but you're going to have to be able to find a way to get your hand up behind that bracket from the bumper to be able to hold a nut back there to put a bolt in it. So my goal is to hopefully not do that. And I do want it to be straight, which it is. And being that it's going through plastic, it's not going to take much to get this to go in. It's going to be pretty easy. But there are ridges, so my luck, I'd be on all ridges. I wouldn't be able to do it by hand. I'll just use the drill to get it going. Okay, and then the last one, you have to open this to put it in. Okay, and just like that, I mean, that is on there. You don't have to go all He-Man on it. It is secure. It's not like it's holding a bunch of weight in and stuff. And now we don't have that terrible look. Now I'm going to go connect on the other side, put some zip ties on it. All right, you go. So nice, clean install. That plug fit perfectly behind this bracket, and I just zip tied it to it. Then I zip tied the wire, this wire right here, to the new one. That way it doesn't rub on any of the metal frame at all and actually rub a hole through it. And basically the install is done at that point. All right, you guys, so as you see right here, look at it. I mean, I'm looking at my camera screen. I don't even know if you guys can even see it right there. It blends in nicely. It looks nice. It looks clean. If somebody notices, they're probably gonna say, what in the world is that thing? But man, isn't that nice? And you just flip this up, plug it in. If you have your diesel parked outside in the wintertime to warm up, keep the engine warm, you guys, while you're not driving it. The Noco GCP1, I will put this, it's got a flying around. It's on the box right now. Ooh. This GCP1, you guys, I'll put in my Amazon store. Now remember, when you do buy on my Amazon store, I do make a small commission, so just keep that in mind when you do buy it on there. But if you don't want to buy it from me, that's fine. It's 125 volt, 15 amp is what you got right here, you guys. This thing is awesome. It works great. I've been using it for a while in the van now, and I couldn't wait to get another one to put on this truck. And this just looks so much better. So this is a good answer for the diesel plug that looks terrible on a lot of trucks just hanging down. A lot of people don't care. I get it. I understand. Not everybody's like me, kind of anal about everything. I like the looks of my cars. But if you don't care for a look on yours, this is a route that you can go if you have somewhere that you can mount it. So that took all of about maybe 10 minutes max from start to finish. even with the camera in my hand. 10 minutes max to get done, you guys. Super simple, super easy. It looks amazing. I couldn't be happier with it. So I want to say thank you guys so much for watching this video and checking it out. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, join the Fab family. We'd love to have you, and we'll see you in the next video.